What is up, YouTube? Back from the YouTube video, and today we have a guide on how to unlock the acquire of one exotic auto rifle in Destiny 2. Now, in order to obtain this, there is going to be some pre-setup that you have to do in order to start this, and that's going to be making sure you've completed your episodes, echoes, Act 1 and 2 questline missions, whatever you want to call it. Now, you can see for me, I do have Act 3 ready to go, and part of Act 3 is going to tell you to do the mission, part of the quest. So if you're on Act 1 and you haven't done any of the story stuff yet, unfortunately you are going to have to do the story for Act 1 and 2 in order to get caught up in order to do this. There's no way to do Act 1 and then just start the mission without doing Act 2 or 3 quest line, story stuff. So just know that ahead of time. Don't think that, okay, I'm just going to go get on the game and then not have to worry about that, because then you will be told, hey, you got to go do Act 3 and 2 and 1 stuff before you can get to Act 3. So hopefully that is just something that you have done already, and that's why you're here ready to go through the guide. You can see on screen, I'm going to show the screenshots too of when you first log in. It's going to tell you to go to the helm basically and speak to failsafe. When you go to the helm, it's going to play you a cutscene, and then after the cutscene, it's going to tell you to talk to failsafe. You talk to failsafe, and then she's going to give you this quest, a Rising Chorus Act 3. And you can see step 1 of 22 is defeat the conductor's forces in the exotic mission Encore launched from the helm. And one of your rewards is going to be the acquire of 1, as you can see right here. Now, when it comes to actually completing this, the loadout you can use is completely up to you. I'm just going to show it here because most of the time I have people that ask me for the loadout and everything. That way, if you do want to copy it, here you go. So, Prismatic Hunter with the Golden Gun Marksman. And then we got Transcendence with the Hailfire Spike. Then we got Gambler's Dodge, Triple Jump, Withering Blade, and Dustfield Grenades. Status Executioner. We got Threaded Spectre. Then we got Facet of Solitude, Facet of Dawn, Facet of Protection, Facet of Ruin, and Facet of Purpose. Now, when it comes to the weapons, I'm using Outbreak Perfected, Aberrant Action, and then Circular Logic. For heavy weapons, I recommend something that you can do a lot of precision damage with, something easy like LMGs, fusion rifles, linear fusion rifles, I should say, and the Microcosm if you have it, because we are going to have a Tormentor that's going to basically go through phases here. And it's easiest for Tormentors when you're using LMGs, fusion rifles, and trace rifles, just because you get that full DPS. You're not using rockets or grenade launchers, and you're getting a little bit of damage. Here you can really soak in that damage when you're using these items. Now, in terms of what I recommend LMGs, but you can see I have Circular Logic. Unfortunately, you can't get a crafted roll for this. You can only get a random roll with RNG from Neomuna. And I just recommend, if you have Hatchling, just get a roll with that and keep it. You can see I got 2,000 kills with it. I just love this machine gun. But I'm going to be using this. If you want to, I recommend a Solar or Strand heavy weapon, just because both those weapons have increased damage in the activity. And if you stack that with something like the modifiers I have here on my legs, which is the weapon surges, you'll get increased damage as well. So, again, it's not too convoluted. I'm not trying to give you a full build guide or anything. But this is what I'm going to be using for the exotic Celestial Nighthawk. That way we get increased Golden Gun damage. And here you can see are my mods. Just feel free to pause it if you want to take a look and copy it. I'm not going to go too in depth about everything, but just make sure on your chest piece you can have arc damage resistance. There is going to be increased damage from arc here, so just be very careful with that. I have it on just in case, but there's also a lot of void damage in this mission, so just keep an eye out for that as well. Then you can see for the legs, here we go. Again, that's what I was talking about, those weapon surges. Whatever heavy you're using, make sure you have the corresponding, weapon surge for that. If you're using Strand, do what I do, put on Strand. If you're using Void, Solar, whatever, just put that on so you get increased damage. And then there's the Cloak. So now that we went over all of that, I'll show you my artifact too, just in case. Feel free to pause it. But there we go. Now all we're going to do is jump into it now that we got the whole spiel out the way. So let's go ahead and go to the helm, and we're going to go ahead and launch straight into it. Alright, so we just spawned in, and I just want to show you real quickly because I forgot to show you. Arc Threat, 25% increase to incoming arc damage. Solar Surge, 25% bonus to outgoing solar damage. And Strand Surge, 25% bonus to outgoing Strand damage. So those are our active modifiers right now. So when you spawn in, just go straight to your right. You don't have to kill any of these enemies, I'm pretty sure. You can just skip it. So you can see, we're going to see this little ramp area right here. This is what we're going to use to jump up. And we're going to go into that sphere right there. And I'll show you what I mean when we reach the top of this. All we're going to do is jump off, and there's going to be a circle. I also apologize if the audio might be a little loud. I know I'm talking over it, so it might be a little hard to listen. But just follow along up here and jump through this. Another thing I should mention too is there is going to be like a little movement section right here with just jumping puzzles and stuff. So if you're a hunter like me, you can feel free to go ahead and throw on stompies. But I'm going to try to do it without it just to show you that you can do it. But if you're having trouble with some of the jumps and everything, it'll just make it a little easier. But you can see when you reach this area, there's going to be a purple glow right here. Just make your way here. There is going to be a platform. You can see I made it. Now when you reach this section, just jump right here onto the left side, hug the wall, skip this first jump because we don't want to go there, we want to go here to the second one. And we're going to jump right here. And then we're just going to drop. Now make your way forward here and you're going to see these little red kind of LED platform things here. I might have just messed up my jump. Alright, we got it last second. But when you jump here, just go straight forward. We're going to use that elevator to go up. So we're going to let that come back down real quick. And all we're going to do is jump on top. And then we're going to take the elevator straight up. Go forward. Now to our left. And then here, look straight to your left. And this elevator is going to make its way towards you. Hop on. And then just go straight across. If you're impatient, you can jump across. But I'm just trying not to die right now. Because that would be really, really bad. But you can see, we're going to jump here, let the elevator fall, go on it, and then we can take you up until you see this little platform right in front of you. All you got to do then is step on. And be careful with this, it's going to try to push you off. But you can see the platform is coming down, the little elevator. I'm going to jump over that. We're going to go up here. And then we're going to make our way up here to the left. So take your ramp, slide, crouch, whatever you want to do. Just make your way through that. Go down here. And now we are going to make our way forward. And as you can see, there's going to be another platform. So we're going to jump right here. And when you land on this, just look forward and you can see these platforms are just slamming down. And they're going to go back up like that. So that's what we want to do, is just go right here. It's going to slam down, jump on it. It's going to take you straight up, move forward. It's going to repeat the same thing. I just missed it, but it's going to slam back down, get on top, and then take you straight up. Now here, just go straight forward, and then all we got to do is slide, crouch, whatever. And here you're going to see this purple area. There's nothing on this side. I'm assuming this might be one of those secret pathways or whatever for an exotic upgrade or something you have to do, but drop where the purple is. And if you look at your top left right now, you are going to see some text, so that's how you know you're going the right direction basically. And just ignore this for the most part right now. We're not going to use it, but we're going to go this way towards these Cabal, and I'm just going to go ahead and get rid of them. And this is going to be our first encounter basically. Nothing too crazy, no mini bosses, no... I mean, there are mini bosses, but no actual boss fight occurring or anything right now.
We've seen it firsthand in the Conductor's presence.
And we've stopped Scion incursions into the Nessus Vex Collective before. The Shadow
But once
Legion
you
wants the same
enter this
thing we
room
do.
right here, you're going to want to pick up this Vex node. And you can see the green ones are meant to just go be placed in other green areas. So as you can see right here, it says install Vex module. We're not going to do that yet. We're actually going to go down here, and I'm going to clear these enemies out just so it's a lot easier for you to follow along. That way I'm not doing something and then I'm killing an enemy and then it's hard to keep up. I just want to make sure most of these enemies are dead before we proceed further. There we go. So I'm going to drop. And then right here is going to be our first Vex module to install. You can see there's a barrier right here and there's a wall. We're going to install this. You can see a platform is going to spawn and that wall is going to go away. Make your way inside, and here's going to be a mini boss. And all we got to do is get rid of him. You can see not too much health. We can drop you a yellow kind of Vex module, the partition. We're going to pick that up. And we're going to deposit it, or install it I should say, right here. Now that's going to cause the wall to go away. Now we're going to go ahead and pick up our green module again. You can see that barrier is going to come back, but now we have the wall gone, so we don't have to worry about it. Install it right here. Platform's gonna spawn in, run straight across, and you're gonna access this little terminal, I guess you would call it, or the Vex network. But you can see input accepted, additional input required. So that's 1 out of 3 right now. So we're done with this side of the room. We don't have to be here anymore. We can go back up top. But we're just gonna jump across. You can see now we got some Vex enemies, I believe, up here. So let's jump up. And then now we have these Vex. We're gonna get rid of them. And make note right here of this barrier. This is the next area we're gonna go to. We're gonna install our module. Platform's gonna spawn in, go straight across. And we can go ahead and access the module, or not the module, but the network thing, and input accepted. Now we're gonna run back here, pick up our module. Platform's gonna despawn. We're gonna have some more Vex right here. And now all we're gonna do is put the Vex module right here in the middle. And just so you can see, it basically tells you how many you have to do. This is gonna be our 3rd one. And when we interact with this terminal or the network, you can see they're gonna turn white. Now that all 3 are white, we can go ahead and move forward into this next kind of dark area. Now, when you enter this area, there is gonna be a Vex wall of death, a laser wall, whatever you wanna call it. That's what's gonna spawn in once you reach the end and you pick up the module, so just kind of know that that's gonna happen. But you can see there's no enemies. There's gonna be enemies when we pick it up, but for the most part you can just run away. You don't really have to shoot anything. But you can see, just keep running forward, and right here you're gonna see the green Vex module. So we're gonna go ahead and pick that up. You can see the laser wall spawns in, as well as some enemies. Just run past all these enemies if you can. Try not to take too much damage. If you're a hunter like me and you have Coded Spectre, if you're taking too much damage, you feel like you can throw that down. If you want to stop and kill some enemies, I believe you have some time, but I just wouldn't recommend it. I'd say just run across. And then here you can see we're going to have some enemies waiting for us right here. Go ahead and just throw that. And then you can see here's a safe area. You can see right here the wall is just going to reach, and then it's not going to go any further. But we're going to kill these enemies here. And now with that green orb that we picked up, take it over here to where we got our first one and install. You can see the barrier here is going to go away and spawn on a platform. And what we want to do is pick this one up again. And this is where we're going to put that first one that we walked by. So just follow along. We're basically retracing our steps now. We're going backwards. Here we're going to have some Vex, which I'm pretty sure you don't have to kill any of these Vex here. But, I mean, you might have to kill the Minotaur, but I'm just going to kill everything just because it's just part of the mission at this point. Let me go ahead and just throw this one up here. Go. Now we're going to go ahead and install this, and it's going to make a pathway to go straight across. So that's like your first encounter pretty much done. Now all we gotta do is go across.
Pluralities within the Vex minds.
Now here, go to your left,
within her collective.
Until now, each
and
Vex
then run
collective
straight
was guided
forward
by
across
one
right
mind,
here. You're gonna have to make this
acting in
big
unison.
jump.
Maya has turned a collective
And
into a
just
community.
run over here, jump
It
over
makes
these
them
platforms,
unpredictable.
and then
Our
use these
tactics
little
must
travel
change accordingly.
beams or whatever they're called. I don't know what happened there, but we're gonna go ahead and try that again. There we go. Then we're gonna do it again. And it's gonna throw us on this ledge right here. Just go straight across right here. And then to your right, there's gonna be another one. Now here we're gonna go into this room, and there's gonna be Cabal and Vex enemies, so I'm just gonna go ahead and get rid of these enemies here. Now here, I recommend getting rid of these hobgoblins as fast as possible, because they're gonna be super annoying if you want to run around the room. They're just gonna try to hit you the whole time. And we're also gonna have these portals with these Vex spawning. Just go ahead and just shoot into them. If you have Outbreak with a barrier round, it's very easy just to do some damage into those. But depending on which portal the Minotaur spawns, you can see spawn right here on my left portal. We're gonna go ahead and just try to do some damage here. He will start teleporting and getting really annoying. So you can see he's probably gonna go to the second floor soon. Try to get as much damage as I can. There we go. Now that we did that, we just gotta clean up these enemies. And you see them drop a yellow Vex partition. So we're gonna pick it up. We're gonna go up here and we're gonna install it. And now this wall is gonna go away. And all we gotta do is go up here and you can see there's gonna be some samples that you could collect here. So I'm gonna go ahead and extract the samples. I don't know if I have another planetary piston. Okay, I do. I'm just gonna smash that one. And I'll just spawn in some extra ones if you have planetary piston available to smash. I'm gonna go ahead and just collect these. This is good if like you're trying to catch up like me on those triumphs where you have to get like a certain amount of each sample. You can go ahead and just spam this and pick it up. But if you really don't care, you can just speed through this part. I'm only doing this because I want to try to get the triumphs and stuff. There we go. Now we're gonna go up here, portal. But just turn around, and right here is where you're gonna get thrown to. Now here's gonna be kind of a loop-de-loop that we're gonna do. Here's gonna be a brand new node that we're gonna pick up. It's gonna be a blue one, and it's gonna be to the right of all those exploding Vex. So let me just pick up that orb, and you can see right here, it's gonna be the access node. The blue is going to go over here with the blue, and this is going to go ahead and give us a portal once we install it. And you can see it's actually going to teleport us into this room. So we're going to go through the portal. We're going to have some enemies here. I'm going to go ahead and use my super on this little mini boss right there. Now let's just get rid of these enemies. Alright, I absolutely whiffed on both of those melee. That's kind of embarrassing. But you can see now that we defeated him on this left side, so this is where he spawned. On the left side, you're going to find this little blue node, pick it up. And we're going to run over here to the left. And we're going to install this node right here. Now you can see we have our portal activated. That's the one we just came from, but we're going to go through the left. And we're going to have some enemies right here. And we're going to pick up this node. You can see that portal's going to close, but that's alright because we got this one that we just came through. And then all we're going to do is make our way down here. And now we're going to go and install the blue node right here. And now go ahead and pick up this green one. And go through the portal. Be careful you don't overstep. Just go straight to your right as soon as you step in. Now we are going to need a blue one. So we're going to go back to our portal. And then we're going to take it from the left side right here. Retrieve it. And now all we gotta do is go forward into the portal and then install our node. Go through the portal again. And then this is gonna be our boss fight right here. Well, our first boss fight. There's gonna be two bosses, a Tormentor, and I think they're Subjugators, but I forgot what they're called. But you can see this tall guy with the stasis staff is gonna spawn in. I'm just gonna pop Golden Gun. That's gonna do a good amount of damage. It's gonna teleport away now. now all we gotta do is pick up this blue module. Go to our right over here. And you guessed it, we're gonna install the module. And here you're gonna have a portal, go through the portal. And this is gonna be your first encounter with the Tormentor now. Now, this is gonna be a health-gated encounter. So when you break both shoulders, the Tormentor is gonna despawn, basically. It's really annoying when you have to deal with this little flamethrower guy in the back, too. Alright, he's not even falling for the decoy anymore. I broke one shoulder. There we go. I was able to break the second one in time. He's just gonna leave. He's gonna drop that blue module. Let me just reload my LMG. But we're gonna retrieve it now. And there are enemies down here, but it doesn't really matter. You can just skip those guys. We're gonna go to the back, install the module. Now we're gonna have another encounter with the first boss that we were at. You can see there's gonna be some ball. Let me reload this. And really all it is just doing damage to the boss and then moving on to repeating it and until you reach back to that room that we started DPSing. And save the super for the actual last phase. There we go. Pick up this blue module and make our way to the back of the room right here. And we are going to install it, go through the portal, and here's going to be our encounter with the Tormentor. Go. Pick up this little blue module. Then we're going to make our way to the back of the room to the right. I don't know what happens if you go through any of these portals that are already lit, just because every time that I've done it, I've just picked up the module and taken it to the blue kind of module install dock, and it takes me straight to the boss room. So I don't know, do that at your own risk. Maybe there's a secret there, maybe not, but we're just going to install it. And then go through here. Now you can see this is going to be the room with the Tormentor and the other boss. So let's just go ahead and use our weapons. Do some DPS. Buddy. There we go. And then now we just have this other guy left. And yeah, we got him right there. Once you kill both of them, you can move on to the next area, which will be to our left. This chest will give you some random gear from the seasonal stuff, so you'll get one of the Season of Dawn weapons, or potentially an engram, as you can see there, and then Echo's weapon. So when you're in here, jump up to the circle area and just go through. Drop, and then make your way up here. And then all we're going to do for this section is just keep moving forward. That's pretty much all you got to do. There's going to be, I believe, a Hydra Yeah, right here, and there's gonna be a Cyclops. Outbreak, I'm just gonna shoot through the shield here. And then for the Cyclops right here, I'm just gonna try to shoot the crit. There we go. Here we're gonna have another partition Minotaur that's gonna spawn in. We're gonna have partition independent variable. I'm telling you, he's just so annoying because he starts teleporting and then, you know, you start getting shot by every other enemy that's there. But once you kill him, make sure you go to your left here, in like the little stone area. Just keep running to the left, and then as you can see, you make your jump. I think it's under, right? Okay, I guess not. Just go up. I don't know why I thought it was under, but yeah, just go straight up. Then we're gonna have some more independent variable Minotaurs that are gonna spawn in, as well as these harpies.
Taking comfort in the familiar and forcing the Vex to give her what she needs. Sounds like Maya.
There we go. We got rid of one. There's the second one right there. There are going to be two wyverns, one on the left and one on the right, as you can see right there. Goes one. Trying to bring her forward to shoot at the decoy. Now here you could, if you want, go ahead and extract some samples, so I'm going to do the same thing I did earlier. And like I said, there is a planetary piston that I walked by earlier, but I'd rather just kill all the enemies first and then get the samples. Here's another Hydra. Now, I don't know if I have a charge, just because I've tried to record this video like 5 times already today. So let's see if I'm able to use the piston charge at all. So let's see. And remember, again, if you don't want to do this, you absolutely don't have to. I'm just doing it to do it. You can smash the piston and just give it a second. Alright, I guess. Alright, I was about to say, I guess nothing spawned, but that was kind of weird. I believe my postmaster's full, so we might have to do a situation where you see the exotic drop and then it goes straight to the postmaster. But let me just pick all this up. Yeah, I'm sorry I'm wasting your time doing this, but I just gotta do it. But now that we've done that, basically go over here, go to your left. And right here you can see there's gonna be some more enemies. Really, all you gotta do is get rid of this Hydra up here, and then all the other enemies are gonna despawn, as you can see. And I'm just gonna go ahead and make my way straight forward. And go through the portal. And this is going to take you to another portal where it's just going to have some dialogue. So just go over here and interact. And I'll let you hear the audio if you want to, but just make your way over here to the right.
What did we name our daughter?
What? Maya?
What did we name our daughter?
Where are you? What's going on? Please? Maya?
What did we name our daughter?
Nisa.
Elaborate.
We debated names for weeks. Parthenogenic incubation was moving along fine in the lab. And the collapse. Everything happened so fast, we had to leave.
Answer. Latency beyond acceptable bounds. Degaussing exomind.
No! Osiris, I read your reports from Neptune. That was Gioma Essie. What did Maya do?
She's searching for something. Using Chioma as a baseline to find our golden age among the simulations.
This is horrific.
I'm afraid this is just the beginning.
So yeah, some interesting dialogue there, but this is going to be the boss fight here.
Has amassed a formidable Vex force.
And I'm just place the rally band to get some
Now we
heavy,
can
get your
only
super,
lay
get all your
plans.
ammo and everything.
Guardian, take this
Now
opportunity
go
to strike.
straight to the middle here, and you're going to see there's going to be a requires Vex module. I'm going to just go over here and try to melt independent variable. Of course, they're going to go teleport away. I actually don't know where they teleported. Oh, they're down here. So pick up the Vex module, make your way back to the middle. We're gonna install it. And here, we're gonna just go ahead and heal some of these enemies. So make your way right here. Interact to tamper. And then we're gonna run back over here to the middle. Now, it's gonna say, yeah, the mine is gonna function and it's gonna go into repair. So all we gotta do is heal some of these enemies. And then what we're gonna do is actually pick up that Vex node again. That just did a lot of damage. Alright. Oh yeah, let's pick this up and then go back over here. And just jump across and then use the Vex node. It's gonna create this little platform that you could walk on. And then you're gonna see this little portal right here, or the Vex pool. If you're familiar with like the public events and stuff, go ahead and just stand in it, and it's gonna spawn these portals. And then all you wanna do is just pretty much shoot the Vex that spawn while you're accessing the pool and everything. I'm actually taking a lot of damage. Here you can see that's the actual boss right there. Once you do that, you can see you're gonna go over here and it says break the mine shield. So you can see there's gonna be this little triangle that you can go ahead and shoot. And you just deal with these ads right here. And then as soon as you shoot it, the shield will go away. And then you're gonna do some DPS onto the boss. So you can see they're gonna go ahead and just sit right there. They're gonna teleport now to our right. I'm gonna just use Golden Gun. Do a good amount of damage right there. You're gonna go immune. You can have some enemies spawn in behind you. This guy took all those sidearm shots and then ran away like that. There we go. Gonna drop you another module. Let's see if there's just a bunch of Vex showing up right now. And you could ignore them for the most part. The only annoying thing is, like, if you leave all those Vex grouped up, they're just gonna constantly just shoot you in the back 24/7. So I'm just gonna go ahead and pick up this module. I'm gonna bring it back to the middle. And then what we're gonna do is put it in the middle module location right here, and then tamper again. So you can see. We're gonna go ahead and tamper. Let me deal with these Vex. Now you can see it automatically goes to mine function repair. So we're gonna go back to the pool area right here, and we're gonna just stand in it and deal with the ads. Be careful because there is gonna be this Cyclops now, and my LMG is not reloaded. Alright. So it's going to say security exploit detected, and then happy to help captain, so failsafe is helping us. And all we're going to do is shoot that triangle again. Sometimes you can see it's like I'm shooting at it, it's not doing anything. There we go. I don't know if it's gonna help lock itself right here and go immune again, or oh, we got some walls going on now. Let me see. We got the variable. Go ahead and start pushing us from all angles, but that's why I ran back here, just because I knew that if they jumped over here I would be able to kill them. Here you can see we have a Vex module access now. We got 2 of them. Let me see if I put some in real quick. Now we're gonna go ahead and retrieve it, and we're gonna put one right here. I'm gonna pick this one up, and you can see we're gonna be on the opposite end of the room. All we're going to do is go over here and tamper. You can see it's going to the repair function, and the pool is down there, so we are going to go ahead and go back through the portal. Be careful, as you can see right here. Got a Cyclops, get rid of that. Now you can see we're going to start accessing. So you can see it says basically we can go ahead and do damage again by shooting that. I'm gonna just kill some of these ads. Now that we have some safe, distance from the ads and everything. Start that. Go ahead and pop golden gun. There we go. Go immune. I can see they're very, very angry, so what we're gonna do is make our way through the portal. And all we have to do now is go to the back, shoot this. And all I'm gonna do is go ahead and pop my prismatic. Go ahead and throw that on him. And there we go, we get the kill. And here is going to be our chest and an area to deposit the radiolite, so I'm going to deposit that. And you might have just saw it, I was collecting it. My postmaster is going to be completely full right now, but we just completed it. Go ahead and just deposit everything and open your chest. We did that in 37 minutes 22 seconds, so a bit of a longer guide, I'm not gonna lie, but we are gonna go ahead and go to the tower, and then we're gonna go obtain it, and then we're gonna go look at everything for the upgrades and everything. So let's go ahead and cut to that. Alright, for this next section, just bear with me for a little bit. But when you go to the tower and you claim it, make sure you also go to Banshee and you claim this quest right here. That way, when we do it on Legend difficulty, we're knocking 2 birds out with 1 stone. Then after that, I recommend you go, before doing Expert, do the seasonal quest for this week. Just continue doing it. You can see Failsafe's going to want you to go to Nessus and reclaim some Golden Age technology. Here you can see this is me in the Lost Sector just opening these chests. Now, I didn't screenshot all 5, which they were in some tricky spots, but you'll find them on the boss room, just in those chrome chests there. But once you upgrade her, she's going to give you this, and then once you claim that, it's going to give you the Specimen ID NES007 quest. This is what you're going to have to do in order to get some secret codes for the exotic mission. So you can see step 2 out of 5 is extracted data and Vex bosses. For Vex bosses, I was farming Lost Sector and Nessus with Vex as the main enemies. And then for extracted data, I did 1 normal Echo Battleground, and I was able to get it done from the helm. After you complete all the steps, you're going to get Specimen ID NES007 complete, and then you're going to go ahead and obtain the EXO. Once you get the EXO, you're also going to get the Conductor's imprint codes for the exotic mission in order to get the secret chest. Another thing I want to note very quickly, here you're seeing gameplay of where you're going to find the first secret chest. It's going to be right after this, but in terms of the specimen quest, I know it says that there's like 5 steps and stuff, but most of it is like defeat Vex with solar damage, defeat Vex rapidly and stuff like that. So yes, it could be a little annoying, could be a little time consuming, but for the most part, it's not anything too crazy. Here you can see is, like I said, the location for the first secret chest. Jump up here and you can see the location right here, this little terminal, Vex network, whatever you want to call it. It's going to give you the prompt to access it. Once you access it, you're going to have these cubes that are going to spawn in the top middle portion of the room here. And all you have to do is shoot the cubes that have a glowing oracle under it. I believe that's what they're called, at least for the most part. But you can see there's a white kind of glow right underneath some of them. Shoot the ones that are glowing. One teammate just wanted to shoot all of them, so I was like, let me just try to tell him to shoot the ones with the glow under it. So you can see one teammate already knew, so he was shooting that one. Then we shoot the second one. Then you got the third one. Then you got the fourth one. And then boom. Now they're going to spread out across the room. Or not across, but around the room. And you can see, look for the one with the glow under it. So you can see we have to reset it because we messed it up. And another thing is thankfully you're not timed, you're not on like, you know, 3 strikes and you're out type of deal. You can do this as long as you want. You can see, shoot the ones that are glowing, and pretty simple. That's like the easiest one in my opinion to do. It's just super easy. There's not that much, you know, that can mess you up, except your teammate shooting it, of course. But you can see you're going to get a seasonal challenge complete, and you're also going to get a triumph. So we're going to go ahead and move on from this one. And then here's going to be our second one. It's after the first planetary piston, so just make sure you make note of that. You know, before you go up on that little Vex portal, you're going to see a prompt right there in the network. Go through that portal, and then you can see there's going to be another one through here. And then you can see as we go inside, there's going to be a ping telling you to go to that left side over there. And then when you get there, basically you're going to interact with the network, and what it's going to do is it's going to send those Vex streams or signals, whatever you want to call it. They're going to be little white lines, and they're going to go off in different directions. So you can see we're going to disrupt the Vex conflux, and then as we make our way forward over here, you can see I went to the right side by this tree. There's going to be that little white line that's going to be guiding you. You can see as I make my way around the tree, I'm looking to see for anything. And you can see you have to shoot these plates. Once I saw the plate, I said, okay, that's pretty easy. All we have to do is shoot it. So that's one plate. My teammates both shot their own, I believe. And then I made my way over here to this left side where there was another stream. And then you can see as I'm looking around, I was like, okay, where is it at? I don't see it. Thankfully, you do have a good amount of time. And if the timer runs out, you can just do it again. They're all going to be in the same spot, I'm pretty sure. But I found that side, shot it, then made my way back over here. And again, I don't know where the other spots were where my teammates shot, but just look for those Vex icons, the plates, and the little streams, and they'll guide you. But you can see we got the exotic intrinsic upgrade, and as well as a triumph for the second chest. So now to make your way back over there, just go to the right side and go back through the portals. This is going to be the third location of the secret chest. And here, this one is a little more complicated compared to the other two. I would say the first two, the first one was very easy, the second one was easy, and this one, in my opinion, just goes straight to hard difficulty, just because if you're not coordinating with your team, you're really gonna suffer through this one for a little bit. But also, I will admit, I wasn't as good when it comes to doing this one, because as you can see, you're gonna walk in this room and everyone's gonna pick up one module. As you can see here, this is gonna help you go through these portals. But when you go through a portal, you're gonna have a corresponding sphere that's gonna correspond with that portal. And what you're going to want to do is shoot that sphere if it's the right one that's glowing and that's indicated by the game. So you can see in the gameplay here, that one's going to start glowing and it's going to point in that direction. Now you can see when we go through this portal here, we're going to go through and you can see my teammates, I believe, I don't know if they shot him, the crystal or not, but you can see it's actually going to go and put you in the opposite side of that room. So you think you're going through that portal, it's not taking you straight above where the portal is that you're going. It's going to take you to the opposite direction on the second floor. So that's what you want to make note of. You're not going to be exactly right above where you think you're going to go. It's just going to kind of flip you around and do like the reverse. So that's kind of where my confusion came from. That's why I was messing up so many times here. I thought, okay, it's pointing where it wants me to go and it's going to take me directly to the second floor area, but no, it's going to take you to where that actual glowing kind of triangle is. So just know that instead of going exactly where you want to go, it's going to flip it. So you can anticipate it. Hopefully that made sense with what I told you. But you can see here, I was over here just trying to mess around. I was trying to figure out exactly what I wanted to do. Once I saw that my idea that I had in my head wasn't going to work, I kind of just was trying to figure out what I wanted to do. But you can see is going to take me through there, and I was like, okay, there's nothing here. You know, I'm assuming my teammate was running away for a reason, so I'm like, I'm not going to try to mess anything up. But yeah, I'm going to just let this gameplay play out. I know it's pretty rough. We did end up brute forcing it somehow, and I'm just going to credit my teammates here for that. You know, if I saw a data pod, I was shooting it. I don't even know if I was messing it up for everybody, but I do have a better understanding of it now with how many times I've rewatched it, trying to get, you know, some better sense of what I was doing. But yeah, just try to go, and wherever it's lighting up, that's where you're going to ideally want to shoot where the sphere is. Just remember, when you go through that portal, it's going to flip you onto the other side, basically right where the triangle is glowing from. That's where it's going to teleport you. So make sure you're making note of that, and that should be just the equivalent of what you want to do. Like I said, we somehow managed to brute force it. Again, shout out my teammates, they carried me through this one because I was useless here. But yeah, hopefully for next week there isn't going to be anything like this, but if there is one every week, hopefully I get a chance to redeem myself at some point, because I'm not gonna lie, sitting back here and looking at this is kind of embarrassing. So I apologize for the gameplay here, but more or less, once you're in there, you'll get a better sense of it and you'll understand it. But just watching it in video form and just seeing it here probably looks really confusing. But trust me, when you get in there, it'll be a little better, and hopefully you'll have a better understanding from what I tried to explain. If not, then just let me know down in the comment section. Maybe clarify it just for everybody. That way, if maybe somebody else is like me and they have no idea what they're doing here in this room, just leave it down in the comment section. Make it pretty easy, pretty clear for everybody else. So yeah, you can see at some point we do end up getting it right. I don't know what I was doing here. I was on Mars trying to figure this out, but like I said, we get it done at some point. You can see simulation synced, and we have the chest. And I do want to know, if you don't care about this chest and you don't want the triumph or whatever, you don't have to do it at least for this week. You can skip it. I'm not sure if these chests are going to rotate weekly. I'm not sure if this is even needed for a triumph or anything like that. This just might be an extra thing for no reason. Or I'm not sure if this is the one that, Banshee wants us to do, but I recommend just trying to do it anyway. And if you're playing with a team, like, you guys are in Discord or your party chat, whatever, just try to communicate and let everybody know what to do ahead of time. My team, we didn't do that. We just brute forced it and we got it done. So if we can get it done somehow, I believe in you and you can get it done as well. So what we're going to do is move on to the boss fight now. And the boss fight, it's the same. Here you can see we completed it. And I'm just showing you here on the quest tab, the Banshee quest. You can see I got it just before it completed, but you can see when you collect the loot from the main chest, you're going to get your catalyst done right there. But then you're also going to get the radiolaria if that's what you picked up. But here you can see I made my way to the enclave, and then I took the pattern off. I extracted it. Then you can see it says pattern unlocked, and we're able to craft it now. So what I did was I went over here, approached the relic, I reshaped it, and then you can see an auto rifle is the top category right there. It's already highlighted. And then here you can see we can put our first intrinsic upgrade right here, command frame 2. So you can see the other two are locked. I'm assuming next week is going to be 3, and then the week after that's going to be 4. Then you can see for the barrel, we do have all the barrels unlocked. We just have to get the level requirements. So the magazine will be locked. I'm assuming that's next week. And then we already have that unlocked. And then you can see we're going to get one trait next week and another one the week after that. And then the stock will be the 3rd week is what I'm assuming. So you can see that one is upgrade required. So I'm going to go ahead and shape my weapon. And then I'm also just going to put a bunch of levels onto it so I don't have to worry about meeting the requirements for the most part. You can see that's going to do it for the video here at this point. I am going to go ahead and just shoot it in the firing range and stuff to show you. It's pretty cool. It shoots like a 5-burst auto rifle with special ammo. But then when you ADS with it, it shoots single fire at a lower fire rate, but it shoots all 25 in single bullets, which is pretty cool. It's unique, and I'm excited to put some builds together with it being void. I'm mainly wondering how that's going to work with like Falcons and stuff like that. But again, I enjoyed it. Pretty cool mission. I know the channel hasn't had so many videos go up lately. The Destiny content thing has been pretty rough recently, especially with the Bungie news and everything that's been going on with the game. But when I heard the exotic mission came out, I was like, I might as well just make a guide on it. Thank you guys so much for showing some support over the past couple months on the other videos that I made from Final Shape. That means a lot to me. I believe it was Microcosm got a good amount of views, and that made me happy. But other than that, like I said, I do plan on making more content. Black Ops 6 is coming out soon, and I'm a big Call of Duty fan. Black Ops 6 Zombies is what I'm planning to make some videos on as well. But also the multiplayer side and some Warzone stuff probably too, just because I spent a good amount of time in Call of Duty, and I stepped away from making Call of Duty content. But I'm thinking it's time to, I'll still be playing Destiny, don't get me wrong, but I think I will be moving in the direction of, some more Call of Duty content. I don't want to do loadout stuff. I don't want to do any of that. Mainly just, camo progression and stuff like that, and, other stuff. But yeah, thank Thank you so much for showing some support. Like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Drop a follow on my Twitch, twitch.tv/SmokinSham0. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.